everybody. That was so loud. Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode number 10 of 'Cause I Said So.
Double digits.
Double mother freaking digits,
Woo!
Mom. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Today's episode is gonna be about relationships. For example, are you afraid to get married? Or do you think when you are married, is it gonna be boring? Have you been married for 10 years and you hate your husband? Or are you haven't found love yet? Doesn't matter what stage you're at. This one.
Or how about if you are married for 10 years and you still love your husband and you've just been doing a great job?
Or if you've been married for 70 years and you still love your husband. My point was this episode applies to everyone.
That's right. Okay. You look very cute, Alex.
Thank you, Mom. I dressed up today. I'm in a full sweatsuit.
It looks cute.
Oh, thanks. I thought that was sarcasm.
No, I meant that.
Oh.
Unlike what you said to me earlier in the hall.
What did I say?
You look cute, Mom. You actually look cute today.
I would say I would like to apologize for that, but I would not like to apologize for that on the grounds of this. Mom, I think you're so cute, and you've been dressing older or something. Like you're dressing, you have the cutest style ever, but you're not playing up to your full potential. But today I feel like you've dressed to the cuteness level that I think Kim is. Okay. So it's actually a compliment.
Thank you. So I need to work on my upping my level to my cuteness.
Well, no. You just need to be as cute as you are. Okay. Sometimes you wear baggy stuff and you're like, I just didn't know what to wear. And I'm like, Mom, come on. You're really cute. So be cute.
Okay. You need to go shopping with me, but you're so
Fine.
mean when you go shopping.
No, I'm not mean when I go shopping. I think
you don't like shopping, so you're grumpy.
I don't like shopping, yes. Well, I'm upset that I'm there because I don't think it's a good use of our time. Because it stresses me out.
Okay.
Okay, last week's episode, we talked a little bit about finances and the relationships, and we got a lot of DMs. For those of you, like Dave Portnoy, whose Adderall has not kicked in yet, DM is a direct message. You're looking at me like I just said something bad. No, he said, I don't know what was the word he said? Hold on, if there's an acronym. He said,
wait, who's he?
Dave said, I have a PSA. Then he goes, I don't know what does PSA stand for? And then he did another video and he goes, that's not fair. I didn't have to know what PSA meant. I hadn't taken my Adderall, so it doesn't count. So that's what I mean by that.
So tell everyone who he is, because who he is, they may not know.
They might not know. Okay, for those of you that don't know, Dave is the founder of Barstool Sports. He does the pizza reviews. He's the pizza review guy. One bite, everybody knows the rules. Okay, on last week's episode, we talked about finances. We got a lot of DMs, aka direct messages about it. Let it be said, let it be heard that we heard you, and we're going to talk about those finances. We're just trying to find the right professional to talk with us about that. And Kim and I are a little new to the podcasting game, so we are just learning how to find that professional and then book them and then actually come in the studio. Anyways, I think it'll be next week's episode.
Hopefully it will.
Hopefully it will be. So, Mom, before we get into the romance, we're going to have a short factual oral summary.
Oh, great.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. We're just going to talk about our life a little bit. I wanted to call it housekeeping, but then everyone decided that's like the stupidest word ever. So,
because you say it a lot and we don't know why.
IDK, my BFF Jill, we're just going to talk about random things that's happening.
Because you don't do a lot of housekeeping at home.
I don't do any housekeeping at home.
Okay.
So Kimberly, mother, what's up, baby? Let me take you out to dinner. What's up, baby?
Okay.
Bing bong.
No, you do it like on Friends.
Just know upstairs I'm going hard.
What's up?
What? Oh my God. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. Is he on Friends? No.
Full House.
God, sorry. Alex.
Everyone is fully alive on Friends.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Except for the bartender, the barista.
The barista. Rest in peace to the barista of Friends and Bob Saget from Full House.
Yes.
In all seriousness.
Yes.
Okay, Mom, what have you been up to besides you're fully moved in? So, like, how's it going?
Just getting organized, trying to get the stuff that I needed to be situated. Still working on that.
We're from Oklahoma, but now we have this job at Barstool Sports, which is headquartered in New York. I live here full time. Kim, my mom, my co-host, just moved up here part time. She'll be commuting back and forth between Oklahoma and New York, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of you.
Welcome to New York.
Thanks.
Do you feel more stressed now that you have a place or less stressed?
A lot less stressed.
Yay.
Yes.
That's very exciting for you. Okay, Mom, I'm implementing a new segment to the show that will only last this week because mainly I want to talk about what I bought. This segment is called Your Favorite Purchase of the Week.
Okay. That's easy for me.
Okay, you go first. You just moved in, so you've bought a lot. What's your purchase?
I would be the Dyson fan.
Air purifier?
Yes, air purifier.
That's a good one for up here.
Yes.
Okay, you bought one of those?
Uh-huh.
Nice. I got to get one of those.
Yeah, and you need, like, I've been turning the air conditioner on in there because the heat's on and then I get hot and then you can't control things. So I'm learning how to manage all this.
That's nice. I think the air purifier is great. You can never have too pure of air. My item that I bought that I'm calling my purchase of the week was a teasing comb. Oh my, I know you're looking at my hair wondering, did you use it today? You know, I didn't. I was running a little bit late.
Okay.
But I love my teasing comb because we used to joke in college because I went to school in Oklahoma, which TikTok considers the South. I think it's the Midwest. I don't really care. But it's kind of a Southern football school. So we would tease our hair real big and we'd say, the higher the hair, the what, Mom?
I don't know.
The closer to God.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a joke.
But as you can imagine, I've never had that problem.
You don't. Kim has kind of flat hair.
No, just fine hair, not flat. It's just kind of flat today because I need color, but it's fine hair.
It's fine hair for a fine woman.
Yeah, baby fine hair.
Baby fine hair for a baby girl. Okay, Mother, my next thing I want to talk to you about is on Saturday night, we went on TikTok. You've put your glasses on.
Yeah, so I could read.
No. Okay, we went on TikTok Live, and they said to you, so we're on TikTok Live where people can send comments. And so we're just sitting there together, and I was like, I'll read these comments out loud. So I started reading them. And somebody said, what's Kim's body count? And I was already reading it, so I said, Mom, what's your body count? And then I thought, this poor woman, you don't deserve it. And what I want to say to you...
Nobody deserves that.
Nobody deserves to know how many people they've killed. So I'm just kidding. That's not what body count means. But Mom, here's my thing. I don't know if we can allow you to be on social media anymore because we should protect you at all costs. Like, you sheltered me as a child because you were a tiger, Mom, and now I'm going to shelter you back and keep you off social media. I'm worried for you. It's a dangerous world out there.
No, it's fine. I just think that no one has that right. I mean, how rude to ask that question, and it's none of anyone else's business. So.
Like, do you think people really tell people their body count?
Why does anyone even ask that? Is it like a joke?
No, social media is just a little bit more out there these days.
No. I mean, do people really ask that for real?
Yes, for real they do, and they for real answer.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I love that, Mom.
I think the most oftentimes people use it, I've heard, is if you're starting to date someone new and you want to know what their prior experience is to you.
So we're going to have to tell people.
Well, that's bad anyway.
I was joking when I said it was the number of people you've killed. It is the number of people you've slept with. That's your body count. Kim finds it offensive, but don't you worry. Us young kids.
We're corrupting you.
It's only getting worse on social media. So if you want to exit now, you can.
No, it just makes it like, the more the better. What's the answer supposed to be?
No, I think it's just a way of asking, like, what's your body count? It's not, hey, listen, I'm not condoning it. I'm just informing you.
Does it mean if it's high, you're like better looking or something? Like, what's the whole point of it? It's
no, I don't. I actually don't think if it's high or low, it means you're better or worse looking. I think it just has to do with your path of life. You dated a lot of people, you didn't. How old are you? There's so many factors that go into it. But the point is, Mom, people ask people their body count, and you were a victim of that question.
I was a victim of that question.
But you didn't answer it.
No, I didn't, because I didn't even know what it meant.
You thought it meant people being beautiful, which that reminds me, stay pure.
No, I thought it meant your whole body counts.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You thought it meant not just your face.
Right.
Do you
know? Your body counts. That's what it should be.
That is what it should be. Let's start a petition to change the body count meaning to like your body counts.
And the only reason your body counts is everyone has something beautiful about their own body. Like, and everybody hates stuff about their own body. But the reason the body counts is it's in the eye of the beholder. So if they're attracted to you, they're going to be attracted to your body. And that's why body counts.
Your body is a wonderland. Who's saying that?
I know his name.
John
Mayer.
Okay, do you know what a butterface is?
No.
Not good.
I don't think I want to know.
Like, so if there's a girl kind of far away and you're at a concert, paint the picture, and you're standing with a bunch of guys and she's walking, she's got a real cute figure, you'd say, and then she gets closer and you realize the face isn't as cute as the body, they would say, oh, she's a butterface.
Yeah, there's another word for that. Let me think.
I heard that term in college and I was very upset. because that's not nice.
No, but even in my age, there was
Everyone's
a different
face is
word.
beautiful.
Yeah, there was another word for that, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay, Mother, the next thing
Because I would never have used it.
No, absolutely never have used it, but we're just here to tell you terms that exist.
Okay, that's good.
We don't condone them.
Yeah.
Nor do we use them.
That's right.
But we are aware of them.
Okay.
Okay, so Mom, I fired my therapist.
Oh, good.
Oh.
I mean, that's good if you thought, hey, more power to you, because a lot of people have a hard time firing their therapists.
You know, I didn't do it to his face. I did it via text.
Well, okay. How'd that go?
It went fine.
Why
it was
did
fine.
you fire him?
Yeah, why?
I fired him because it's the weirdest thing ever, but he was pitting me against my husband, Graham. Like, he was only advised.
Intentionally?
I do think it was intentional. I don't think he listens to the podcast. At Ryan, if you listen to the podcast, sorry, but this is why I'm having to fire you. Because I would go in
Yikes.
there and I would tell him stuff about, like, what I'm up to, what Graham's up to. And my old therapist was very positive, and she was always like, it was always this upward trajectory on how to handle things to progress in your relationship and your work life and how to have them run parallel to each other. This new guy was like, it needs to be more about you and less about him. And I'm like, listen, homeboy, that's just not going to work because I'm going to end up resenting him. And I did. I left a session and I had this bad taste in my mouth about my own husband, and I was pretty pissed off about it. So I slept on it for 48 hours and I decided not happening.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, but this is my point with it. This is why I'm telling people about it. Is because you think when you hire a therapist, you've hired an expert in a category. And that expert doesn't always work for you.
No.
Like, you have to know that if it doesn't feel right, instead of saying, I think I'll just listen to him, my gut was like, no. So it's okay to fire the therapist.
Listen to your gut.
Always listen to your gut. Don't you think?
Yes, for sure. I mean, sometimes you have to question what you're listening to in your gut, but in that instance, that was good.
That's why I think you have to sleep on things too, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I think it's okay to go, okay, hold on, let me give this 48 hours and not just leave and be like, it's over.
Yeah.
But to
And
sleep
be
on
dramatic.
it. Yeah.
Then you're not angry also.
Exactly. Anger does not do anybody any good.
No, it's hard to get your point across when you're angry.
Yes. And so on that note, Mom, let's dive into the love of love. I'm kind of going to interview you about the love episode.
Okay.
Because, listen, I've been married for 2.5 years, and nobody really wants to hear about marriage from me because I'm not really initiated into the game yet. You know, they say, like, year 7's the hardest, or you get the 7-year itch, all these things. But you've been married for a lot of years. You have a lot more years in the game. So,
But that doesn't make me professional, but I can just tell you what I do.
we, let it be known, are not professionals. We're more likely to get abducted by aliens than Kim and I are to go take like a PhD class on anything. Because school's just, listen, it's not our area. So, yeah, this is just from our experience. But, Mom, there's just some things in life people do really well. And I think you being a mom and being a wife is one of those areas you
thank you.
excel. You're welcome. So, Kimmy, K-Bones Patrons, my first question to you is, last episode, you said that you and your bridge group so that is a group of friends that my mom does not play cards with, but gathers with. And they found a long time ago, because they were all married.
We are all gatherers.
You were gathering with your herded animals, and you guys would bitch about your husbands. And then you realized that this isn't good. We
Right.
got to stop bitching about our husbands. None of us feel good. So that episode airs last week, and a lot of people are DMing, and they're like, I love that your mom said that. I'm newly married. I really relate to that. So I wanted to ask you, before we really dive in and I ask you other questions, do you have anything else to say about don't bitch about your husband? This is the anti-bitching club.
Yes.
And you're the leader.
Okay, but if you do have a problem that really needs to be resolved, then you do need to find like someone that is along the same lines of your moral compass, that is aligned with your values, that you could discuss with it, like to have a conversation that might be able to help you come up with something that's helpful, or go to a counselor.
So number one is if you have
it's a real problem, yeah.
Number one is if you have an actual problem, find like a confidant that you agree with morally.
Right.
And then in a safe space, talk with them about it.
Right. To come up with a resolution or a plan or something that you can work through. And
Okay.
sometimes it may be just getting it off your chest, but it's probably, I mean, that's when that comes in handy.
So organize a safe space, or a therapist or something. But that's very different than
And just complaining about everyday thing. He doesn't take the trash out. He does this. He does that. When he's in the shower, he does this. Just nitpicking.
mindlessly
yeah,
bitching. So they're two very different things. If there's a real problem, find your person. If not, so let's say let's kind of paint a picture around it.
Okay.
If you've got a friend named Teresa and you're always hanging out with Teresa and you two are both just bitching about your husbands back and forth, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, then every time, so I leave and then we get back together and it's easy to pick that back up. You can say one little thing like, oh, so-and-so my husband did this.
And then she's like, my husband did this.
Yeah, and then there it starts again. So it's kind of like you've set this precedence. And then when you leave, you feel bad. Then when you go back with that person, you feel bad that you said anything to begin with.
Like when you get back to your husband?
And when you get back to that friend. So you go back to your husband, you're like, no, they really don't bother me like that anymore. But you've already put it out there.
Yeah.
So also that person is going to think those things about your husband, and that's negative.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Don't you think
And you will feel that way.
Yes. Don't you think it would be cool if we pretended like this, all of your friends are never going to actually meet your husband, and all they have to go off of in their heads about what your husband is like is everything you've ever said about him.
And it's so true.
So if they only have your words, are they going to think your husband's the best guy ever? Or are they going to think he's kind of a dick because you talk about him like he's kind of a dick, but they're never going to meet him?
Right.
Wow.
Or if you do meet him, they are still going to have those thoughts in that head about them.
Yes. Even if your friends are friends with your husband and you're talking shit on your husband separately, then your friend goes up to him and they're like, man, I'm kind of mad at, like, they have that taste in their mouth as well.
Right. So they either think I'm a bitch or he's a dick.
Yes. And you know what? This goes for friends too. When you talk about somebody and then you go see that person, no matter what, in your head, you're going to have some negative feelings towards them anyways because you said it out loud.
Right.
And I think that's hard with friends and with spouses especially. Protect your spouse at all costs if you can. Okay, Mom. So here's my question that I've been toying with.
Okay.
I have found, this kind of feels silly to say, but I have found currently that I want to stay cute for my husband, Graham, forever. Like, I always thought I would want to be cute and like in my prime and like in shape when I was single. And I did when I was single because I wanted to find a boyfriend. But now...
wait, first of all, did you ever have that thought in your head, I want to find a boyfriend?
No, I don't think I never really wanted a boyfriend.
So let's go forward from
Okay.
there.
So, but I would think when you're single, you're like, of course I would like want to look good.
Yeah.
But now that I'm married more than ever, I'm like, I want to stay cute. Like, let me give an example that's not like fine wine, like a grapefruit. I want to be like a grapefruit that's always in season and always tastes good. Sorry for the taste good analogy.
Oh my God, help me, help.
It's the best. It's the best I can do.
Okay.
Sorry, Dad, stop listening.
So,
Okay, so that's my question. Why do I want to be cute for Graham? What is that?
because you love him.
Well, right.
Yeah,
but we're already married, so it's kind of like we've solidified the deal.
So there's that's the biggest fear for men, I think, is to go, oh, she looks great now. When I marry her, she's just going to go to hell and
let herself go.
Yeah, let herself go and not care because and they used to have that thing. Well, oh, I already caught the man. Now I don't have to do anything. That's not true anymore.
No, you're like, I want to have cute outfits for him. I want to like do my hair.
Yeah.
I cut my hair for Graham. I'm completely kidding. I did not.
Okay. I was like, okay, now wait a minute. Now you're going on to another subject. Okay, so no, I just think that when you feel good, like when you think that you look cute and you work really hard to stay in shape and feel good and keep your skin and all that, you feel good about yourself and it exudes your feeling out there, and then Graham reciprocates on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so everyone does though.
So you're saying when you wake up and you're like, I think I look cute, like I took the time to do my makeup, like I did brush my hair.
When you
feel better?
Fat and flabby and gross, like just for whatever body you're in, like it could be whatever. If you feel icky, eating really bad, relative to your own self, you just don't feel very sexy or very cute or very fun or very anything.
That's true. You don't feel very sexy or cute. If you're not attracted to yourself, it's probably hard to think somebody else is attracted to you.
Right.
Now, on the flip side, Graham will say, I'm always attracted to you no matter what.
Right.
But I don't think he is, and I don't feel as attractive.
No, I do think he is. I do think he is, but it matters what you feel about that whole situation.
I was just saying that. I said, of course he is, but I don't think he is.
Okay.
But don't you agree?
No, I totally agree.
Like that's was the point. Do you see that?
I get that. I think that's 100% correct.
So, Mom, were you ever good at doing homework in school?
No.
No, because I gave you homework for this episode.
I didn't read it all.
You did not read all of the homework I gave you?
Well, first of all, I like to print it out and read it. And I was doing it on my computer, and I didn't see what you wrote on that one part.
You didn't do the homework.
I didn't do the homework. I did most of the homework, which probably was my problem in school.
Okay, well, that's not good news for me, but we're going to try and power through this. Maybe you know it off the top of your head. Don't look at your computer now. It's not going to be there.
No, I did do my homework.
You
I
just
missed
said
the
you
one
didn't do
question.
it. Well, if you answered them all, then you'll know the question I'm about to ask you. What are 3 things you found that work for you in your relationship?
Being honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Staying interested.
Anybody can just Google things that work in a relationship, and honesty is going to pop up. Kim, you're going to have to just go one layer deeper on the onion there.
Okay. I said one word, and then you jumped on me.
Well, honesty's not on the homework.
Staying interested
Staying interested.
in each other.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means asking how their day went, just finding out something they've done during the day, asking them a question about it.
Give me an example of how you do that with Dad.
So, like, if Joe played golf that day, I'd say, who all played? Joe, my husband, played golf that day. I would say, who played golf today? Because they have different people that may play. Then I'd say, who did you ride in the golf cart with?
Oh, that's nice.
And then I might say, well, what'd y'all talk about? He may or may not tell me, but he usually has a good fact or something to tell me about that he learned.
While you're asking him about his day, are you looking at your phone or doing the dishes or looking at your laptop, or are you being fully attentive?
I'm either being fully attentive or I'm cooking dinner.
Cooking dinner, still attentive, though. You're not looking at your phone.
I probably have ADHD.
Most definitely has it.
And so multitasking is how I listen. Like if I color in what I'm talking, it really does help.
Maybe the ADHD is why you didn't do your homework.
I did my homework.
Additionally, probably 3
No,
episodes.
I think you added something on there. I did all this homework. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, 3 episodes ago, you said you are incapable of multitasking. So which one is it?
No. Multitasking is doing that many things at once. Okay, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just clarify this. Coloring or doing something with my hands that's mindless helps me listen.
Okay, so you don't have your phone in your hand.
No, I can't do things that take my attention to different places. But like if I'm sitting there needle pointing your stocking or something, I can carry on a conversation or watch a movie.
Okay.
If I'm cooking dinner, I can freaking talk.
Okay, so
Okay.
So my question is though, because Alex, got in a little bit of trouble about 6 months ago because Graham would come home and I'd be like, "How was your day?" Send a text message. And send a text message.
That's
and he's
terrible.
like, "Alex, are you listening?" And I was like, "You know what, Graham, I'm not." And that's
Yeah.
not nice of me.
No.
So I learned. So if you ask a question and then you get on your phone, just don't do that.
Actually,
I
don't
didn't.
ask a question and then walk off either.
You do that.
No, I don't.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Okay, so the first thing is stay interested in your spouse and actually be interested. I like that one, Mom. What's number 2 on the homework that you didn't do?
Build them up. Like, tell them the nice things that they're doing.
Example.
Like, thanks for always helping me in the kitchen. Thank you for turning the coffee pot on in the morning before you leave. Thank you for always taking the trash out.
Do you need them to say thank you back to you?
No, we're not keeping score, although sometimes people like to keep score.
But we're not keeping score.
We are not keeping score.
Because an eye for an eye would leave the whole world
Blind.
Okay, I like that. So you build them up and you're like, thank you for doing X. Do you tell them like you're good at this?
If they are, you're not going to lie.
Well, no. Please do not give your spouse false hope.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a couple things you like about him. Do you tell him that? Like, you're really good.
Oh, yeah. No, I think he's really good at certain things.
You're
Like,
really good at listening to me when I'm sad or something like that. So you tell them, even if they don't tell you things they love about you, you build them up and tell them areas they excel in. I like that.
You should actually do that with everyone.
Your friends in general.
And your kids.
And your kids.
It's easier to do with your kids. I don't know
Wait,
why.
at moms. That's cool.
Yes, you should. That's kind of like more important for your kids than anything.
Like telling them things they're good at.
Yes.
Like what? What would you tell me I was good at when I was little?
Like, well, anything that you were working on, I'd say you were really good at that. Or
Specific-
you tried really hard.
Specific example.
Well, I have to sit here and think about it. Like when you were really young or what?
Yeah, anytime. First one you could think of I was good at.
Like when you were little?
Any age between 0 and 28.
Between 0 and 28. Like you could build certain things or draw certain things, or I always loved how you interacted with people.
Okay. So something like that.
Yeah, anything.
That
Or
took
I'd say
you-
you were really good at your writing or this or that. Instead of saying you're doing this wrong, say you're really good at this.
Yeah. Okay. I always got a really bad grade in handwriting, and I wasn't a very good writer. I just thought it took you a long time to answer things I was good at.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Things. How about this? Let me build you up really good, Mom. You can adjust to any situation very quickly.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
don't know if I believe that or not.
You can be thrown in. No, you also have to be able to receive the compliment. Okay.
Yes, but I'm just saying I usually have to wrap my mind around something before I go with it.
What's your third piece of advice? Number 1, stay interested. Number 2, build them up. Number 3,
Taking trips or planning things or laughing,
is it taking trips or laughing?
both.
Okay.
It's the reason you take trips and things is to have fun together, right?
Okay, so it's
just
fun.
bring some laughter into your relationship. Like plan things that are fun that will make you laugh, or plan things that are trips that you can learn more about each other, or do things together. Doing
Okay.
things together.
So
my answer is doing things together.
Do things together. So when you said trip, I immediately thought of like going to the beach. But let's take it back a little bit, because maybe the time, the money, there's a bunch of different factors that goes into it. Can you just as simply plan a road trip to a donut factory that's an hour away and ride in the car and laugh together, get the donuts, drive back? It was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I love that. Okay, plan something fun with your spouse. Graham, what are we going to do? Okay, Mom, what is one way? Goodness gracious, do I not want to ask you this question?
I don't know.
But the people need to know. So I have to ask myself first, not what can your country do for you, but what can you do for your country? No. Do I want to offend myself or provide value? And I want to provide value. So, Mom, how do you keep it steamy with Dad?
Well, I'm going to keep that very
PG.
PG. Okay, that's good.
Keep it surface.
So the first thing is to be the spouse you want to be. I mean, you want to have. Be the spouse that you would like to have.
Be the change you wish to see in the world.
That's right. Be the change you wish to see in your husband. So
if you want him to do the dishes, honey, get in there and just do them yourself.
that doesn't work that way, does it?
And if you just wish he told you he loved you, just tell him.
No, that's true. It works with that, though. No, it does work with that. That part does work. Now,
I love you. I love you.
May backfire.
Just keep doing it. Just make the bed every morning. You vacuum that carpet.
Yes, and knowing your spouse's love language is helpful. Like what they like as opposed to what you like, but because that's a hard one.
Okay, I think love languages got a little lofty because people were like, 5 love languages. No, ladies and gentlemen and people that don't identify with either of those, this is what you got to do. Actually figure out you and your significant other's love language, because I think that will save you a lot of time, energy, effort, and sadness.
Yeah, but even if you have a spouse who's not going to go down that thing and kind of help you figure it out.
Figure it out for him.
You kind of figure it out as you get to know him.
You can also basically say, do you like to receive gifts? Do you feel loved when I give you a gift? Yes. Boom, I'm going to give you a gift.
Yeah.
Or instead, do I need to tell you, instead of me giving you a diamond ring, is it going to go further if I tell you, hey, you're a badass?
Yeah.
And if that's it, then it's words of affirmation.
Right.
Work smarter, not harder. Okay.
What are your guys' love languages?
So Kim keeps asking me this, and I keep avoiding the question because the answer is physical touch, and I just think it's awkward.
Ooh. Yeah, I didn't need to know that. Ever.
But it's more of like I just need him to hold my hand and hug me. Like if Graham Bennett will hold my hand, I tell him it's like me getting a manicure. I think I can do anything. Okay, this has been fun.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
But I do think it is. I do
You
think
can
it's
take a
words
quiz.
of affirmation.
Okay,
Mine is words of
Your
affirmation.
advice cannot be the 5 love languages, and you don't know yours.
Well, because I've just been thinking lately, maybe I do want a piece of jewelry. Maybe you should give me a gift. No. I think it's words of affirmation.
Can she pick all 5?
Yeah.
Sure.
She just loves being loved.
Yours is not words of affirmation. I think you are a gift receiver. Sweetheart.
No, I'm not, because if that's the case, I wouldn't have a very good marriage.
You don't need to throw darts at Dad.
No, that's not a dart. Like, he doesn't love to give gifts, and he's not
Like,
gonna
that's not his
chime
love
in.
language.
Right. But he doesn't know. Okay, so
What's your love language? Come on.
it's words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. Mom, you were doing such a good job today, and you look very beautiful. And you thrive at Barstool Sports as the mom. Oh, say it with me. You're not a cool mom. You're a stool mom. Go. I'm not a cool mom.
I'm a stool mom.
No, you say it. Repeat after me. I'm not a cool mom.
I'm not a cool mom.
I'm a
Stool mom.
repeat the words.
Okay. I'm not a cool mom.
I'm
a
bar.
stool mom.
One more time.
I'm not a cool mom. I'm a
Bar.
stool mom.
Nice. That was good. Okay. Words of affirmation. So what other ways do you keep it steamy besides not being steamy with the 5 love languages?
What?
How do you keep it steamy with Dad?
I think going out on date nights and dressing up is nice.
Role play?
imagining you as a French maid.
Stop.
I'm imagining you as a maid, period.
I quit.
Okay.
I'm not even Kim's mom or Kim's daughter, and everyone comes. And it's awkward. It's awkward in this room.
I think you should wear really cute underwear, Alex.
I'm upset. I recently stopped wearing underwear.
Gross, Alex.
I'm kidding.
That's too much information. There's also guys who listen to this.
They're not mad.
They're grossed out.
They're fine. They're like, okay, they're taking notes. Okay, so how do you keep it steamy? So far,
Oh,
you've given
I am done.
You go on dates and learn your 5 love languages. Okay, good job, Mom.
No, stop, Alex.
Well, what's the
I'm
answer?
just going to tell you this. So it's been proven for women, it's all about mental. It's all sexual stuff is more mental for women than men.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm like,
Yeah.
But for men, it's just more touch and do all that kind of stuff. But for a woman, like if you're talking to her and you're paying attention to her, that's all a part of foreplay for a woman.
this is the birds and the bees talking.
Yeah, we don't need to know
That
about
I
your
never
foreplay.
got.
Yeah, I don't mean it like that. I mean it like just to be, you know, like you just like for a guy, you could just walk in and go, okay, let's have sex. But for a girl, she's gonna be like, can you have a conversation with me first?
That's
Like,
true. Like
yeah.
I feel used, or like you're just using me
Yeah,
for sex,
right.
but instead it's like pay attention to me.
Right. So, and they've been, you know, what was I just reading the
Women
other day?
like to make love.
How come it took men so long to figure out the way to a woman's pants is through her brain?
That's a pretty good point.
yeah,
I think you've answered it. I feel so steamy that I could end it here, but we'll keep going because we're gonna power through. Next question, Mom. Let's take it from that to what about when a man is on your nerves so bad and you're so mad at him? How do you get out of that?
Well, first of all, you need to figure out why they're on your nerves. Like, is it you just having short nerves and anyone's going to be on your nerves, or they're really on your nerves and they're just being a jerk?
Okay, so figure it out. Is
Figure
it
it
you?
out.
Like,
Is
are
it
you having a bad day?
Yeah. Are you having a bad day?
Sweetheart, have you eaten yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
You
you
feed
hangry?
yourself.
Are you hangry?
Okay, so so check in and be like, is he actually on my nerves, or is she actually on my nerves, or am I in a bad mood?
Yes.
Okay.
And also remember, you're probably on their nerves if they're on your nerves. At
That's
least that's
so
how it works
true.
at my house. Like, if I'm on Joe's nerves and I say something to him, he's like, oh my God, you're on my nerves. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's true. If somebody, that is so, with friendships too. If one's on your nerve, it's likely it goes both ways. Okay.
And then you just may need a little break. And I don't mean like go stay in a hotel room break. Like, just take a couple hours away.
But how do you not let it go from bad to worse?
Well, I don't ever go to sleep without saying what I think. But Joe, if I'm on his nerves or whatever, he can still just ignore that and give me a kiss and go to bed or whatever, and never think about it at all.
Sweep it under the rug. Does he?
I don't do that. It's never off my mind until it's resolved.
However, you both have told me never go to sleep mad or without giving your significant other a kiss goodnight. So I think the rule there, or the takeaway, could be don't go to sleep angry.
Listen, you can't always resolve everything in one night.
Correct.
So you are sometimes going to go to bed upset, but don't go to bed mad.
Okay, fair
Okay.
enough.
Okay.
That's fine. You can go to bed upset, not mad.
Right.
What else though? If the man is really on your nerves, you go for a drive or not really? You just tell him.
I just tell him.
You're like, you're on my nerves.
You're on my nerves. And he usually says, you're on my nerves. And that usually makes me go, what the hell did I do? And then I'm like over here thinking about it. But if you get it out there, then that's what I'm saying. You might need a break. Go watch a movie by yourself, or go do something by yourself, or go read a book.
I'm also going to say this.
You can go on a drive if you want.
You can, of course, you can go on a drive. I just don't know. This is the problem with this question. The question is, what do you do when you're mad? And
when they're on your nerves, not mad.
When they're on your nerves. And here's the thing. In our family, even with Mom and I, Kim and I working together, when we are on each other's nerves, it comes out like you took the top off of a fire hose. So everyone's always aware. So I do think this is a hard question to answer for you, because you're unable to pinpoint it, because your version and my version of being mad is like vomiting everything you're mad about.
That's right.
So I guess what we do is get it all out in the open.
We do, yes.
And then from there you can deal with it.
Right. But if you are mad, like seriously, really mad about something, don't leave. Don't get in the car and leave when you're really in a fight.
Okay, stay there.
Stay there. I think that's a bad thing to do.
So you say dig your boots in the cement and let's figure it out, honey.
Figure it out, yeah.
I like that.
But if you're just on each other's nerves a little bit and you need a break, go hop in the car.
What if you're really mad and he's got to go to work? Let him go. Like he's got to go to work.
You got to let it go.
And then table it and come back to it later. But don't.
And sometimes that is good. If you're really, really mad and they have to go do something else, that's good for me sometimes because I
get a break.
You get a break to think about it a little bit longer.
But I do like what you're saying. If don't just get in the car and leave. Stay there and figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mother.
What?
Do you get afraid, like, so things are good between you and Dad, and you were married or currently married. How long have you been married? I forget all the time.
I do too. 34 years.
34 years. Were you afraid of rocking the boat? So what I mean by that is taking a risk. So let's say the risk is you getting this job at Barstool, moving part-time to New York. Like you guys had a happy life in Oklahoma, and then you, the strong woman, got a job and had to move locations, which rocked the boat. Were you afraid of that at all or not really?
No, I wasn't afraid at all about when it happened, but maybe if this had happened to me when he was still working and we were both at home, it would be hard, but I'd still do it.
Because don't you think sometimes you've got a very happy life and things are good, but you've got dreams, aspirations, you want to take a risk, but you're like, what will this do to my marriage?
Well, your marriage should be, no, that wouldn't bother me.
So you think you always have a good foundation and then from there take
Right.
leaps and support each other?
Yes.
I like that. Okay, last question of this is, if I told you a secret when I was younger, like, did you tell Dad always? Even
No.
if I said, Mom, please don't tell Dad.
I didn't.
You didn't tell him?
Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. It depended on what it was. It would be dependent on, like,
If I had a party and you caught me and I was like, please don't tell Dad,
I would tell Dad.
you would always tell him if it was a disciplinary thing.
Yeah. Or if it was harmful to you or something that I thought he might need to know
Yes. So if you...
in dealing with you.
Or if I was like, I skipped fifth hour, please don't tell Dad, you would always tell Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
But now, however, if it was like a feminine thing, you wouldn't tell him.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Wait, let me ask you this. Let me go back to that. So if I tell you something and I say, don't tell Graham, do you tell Graham?
Ooh, have you ever done that?
I don't know.
I just felt like I was put in a very hard spot.
Yeah. You do it to me like every minute.
What, I say don't tell Dad?
No, put me in a hard spot.
Oh, I was like, I never say don't tell Dad anymore. I don't know. It would really depend on what it was. I'd probably tell him.
That's not.
I think. No, I mean, it would depend. If it was like a female thing or something
Well, of
for
course
your
not.
body,
Yeah.
definitely not telling him.
Right.
But if it was something where you were like, don't tell Graham X, I don't know. I guess it depends. But I would never lie to Graham.
Right, that's good.
I
Okay.
just might not tell him.
Okay.
Okay, so you enjoy being my coworker. How do you feel about doing this podcast? Because let me just tell you what, I am starting to really love podcasting.
No, it is. It's getting better. It's getting a lot easier.
And more fun.
More fun.
Like I'm feeling momentum and energy, and I'm like, oh my God, we picked
Well,
topics.
I feel like we're kind of figuring it out just a little bit.
Like with anything. It's like we've been jogging for a long time, and now I'm like, wow, I don't feel as exhausted when I go on a run. I get a runner's high.
Oh, that's good. That's a good analogy.
But I don't actually run. I've never gotten a runner's high. Have you? I've never felt one.
I used to jog a lot. I wasn't a runner, but I would jog a lot. And then I had hip surgery, and so I haven't jogged since then.
I see.
But I did love jogging.
Okay, I think that we're done with the episode. I think that I fell in love with my spouse all over again because of your wonderful words.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you. Hopefully next week is our financial episode if we find a financial advisor. If not, don't worry, we're not going to leave you hanging on it. We don't know the answers on the finances, but we're going to dig
No,
into
it'd be
it.
interesting to hear what someone said.
Yeah, like we want to learn more. Mother, I love you. I love being your co-host. Tonight the Thunder play the Nets here.
Oh.
By tonight, I mean Thursday night when this
Okay.
episode goes out.
Yes.
And I love when Oklahoma meets New York.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
'Cause
Fun.
it will
Fun.
be interesting. It'll be fun and exciting, and
Yes.
we'll see who wins.
I hope you have a date night.
Thank you. Yes. Say la vie, Mother.
Say la vie.
Have a happy day.
Bye.
This is because, like I said, so episode 10, the romance relationship episode.